Today we're going to look at the difference between multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary approaches in sport. Now, when supporting an athlete's performance, recovery, and well-being, different team-based approaches can be used to coordinate expertise across various disciplines. Now, these approaches, the multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary, differ in how professionals interact, communicate, and collaborate to provide holistic support. Now, understanding the differences between these three is really important for optimizing athletes' care in high performance sport. Now, let's start by looking at the multidisciplinary approach. Now, the definition of this this consists of multiple experts working independently within their own disciplines, contributing their expertise towards a common goal, but with minimal direct kind of collaboration. Each professional provides specialist input, but decisions are often made in isolation, without significant integration of knowledge across disciplines. Now, the key features of this approach: specialists work independently, each addressing a certain aspect of an athlete's care. Communication tends to be limited, often occurring through written reports rather than direct interaction. There is little to no integration of knowledge across disciplines, and each professional retains full control over their domain without much overlap. Now, if we use examples in sport for this, an athlete recovering from an injury might interact separately with a physio, a sports therapist, a sports rehabber, where they're just focusing on rehabilitation exercises. A sports psychologist, which might just address mental resilience post injury. A strength and conditioning coach, which designs a return to play program, and a nutritionist developing a recovery diet plan. Now, each expert works independently with little discussion between them regarding how their strategies align. Now, let's look at the advantages and disadvantages of using this kind of approach. It's effective in handling distinct discipline specific issues. It allows specialists to apply expertise without interference. Now, some of the disadvantages of this, the lack of communication can lead to inconsistent or conflicting recommendations, and athletes might receive fragmented care rather than fully integrated approach. Look at the interdisciplinary approach. Now, the definition of this involves collaboration and integration across disciplines, with specialists working together to create a more cohesive approach to athlete support. While professionals still maintain their expertise, they actively communicate and share insights to ensure that interventions are aligned and complement one another. Now, the key features of using this kind of approach: regular communication and meetings to coordinate strategies. Decisions are made together, ensuring a more unified athlete support system. Professionals respect role boundaries but actively integrate cross disciplinary knowledge. The athlete experiences a smoother, more connective recovery and performance enhancement process. Now, examples in sport. For example, a rugby player recovering from a hamstring within an interdisciplinary team may receive rehabilitation from a physio, a sports therapist, a sports rehabber who works directly with the strength and conditioning coach to design safe, progressive return to play exercises. Now, nutritional advice tailored to recovery in ensuring adequate protein intake and hydration. The sports psychologist support to build confidence and mental resilience during rehabilitation. Regular team meetings to review progress and to adjust interventions accordingly. Now, one of the advantages and disadvantages of this kind of approach. Now, this is an athlete centered approach, leading to more effective rehabilitation and performance plans. Better communication reduces conflicting advice between professionals, and it encourages innovation as disciplines combine expertise to develop well rounded solutions. Now, some of the disadvantages: it does require significant coordination and regular communication, which can be time consuming. Now, there is potential for role overlap, leading to conflicts if responsibilities are not clearly defined. So let's discuss the transdisciplinary approach. Now, what is the definition of this? Now, this takes collaboration to the next level by blurring the boundaries between disciplines. encouraging professionals to share and integrate knowledge across roles. Team members develop overlapping skills, creating a fully holistic approach where expertise is combined to maximize athlete support. Now, what are the key features of this kind of approach? Professionals share skills and knowledge rather than working in isolated roles. Collaboration is fully integrated with team members contributing to areas beyond their primary discipline. The athlete experiences seamless support as interventions are entirely synchronized. Decision making is collective, ensuring a unified shared approach to performance and welfare. Now, if we look at examples in sport, a transdisciplinary approach might be seen in a Premier League football club, where physiotherapists, sports rehabbers, strength and conditioning coaches, and medical staff are all trained in movement analysis, enabling a shared understanding of injury rehabilitation. Sports scientists and coaches collaborate to adjust training loads, ensuring that injury prevention strategies are embedded in technical and tactical coaching. Psychologists and nutritionists provide kind of a dual role support, integrating mental well-being with optimized performance nutrition. The entire team contributes to ongoing athletic development rather than working in isolation. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this approach? Now, it's highly effective for complex athletes' needs as professionals work beyond traditional roles. There's fewer gaps in communication, leading to a more seamless performance support. It encourages continuous learning as team members develop interdisciplinary knowledge. What are the disadvantages? It's challenging to implement as it requires extensive training, shared expertise, and a strong organization structure. It's difficult to define boundaries, which could lead to role confusion or kind of duplication of efforts. One of these three approaches is best for athlete welfare. Now, each approach has its place depending on the sport, level of competition, and resources available. Multidisciplinary teams may be enough for smaller clubs or amateur athletes. Interdisciplinary collaboration is widely used in elite sport due to the need for coordinated care and decision making. Transdisciplinary teams are the gold standard in elite performance environments, but require significant investment in training and communication. By understanding these approaches, sport organizations can develop the most effective strategies to support athletes' well being and performance.